Okay, on to this week's Skip the Line reactions, man. Let's get going. R.E.M, Everybody Hurts, man. I know this is a very old song. Is this the song that everybody hurts sometimes? I think that's the song. I'm not entirely sure. This is the Skip the Line reaction from Frank Warner. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. The message over here is that this is for the squad. This came second in your 90s mixtape community post. Amazing. Okay, cool. Let's get straight into it, man. R.E.M, Everybody Hurts. Let's hope this doesn't get blocked on YouTube for the video, but let's see what we got. Let's go. Yep, this is the one.
When your day is long yours alone, when you're sure you've had enough.
It's a beautiful song.
Hang on, don't let yourself go. Everybody cries, and everybody hurts sometimes. Sometimes everything is wrong.
It's a beautiful song. I mean, I haven't heard this song in God knows how long. Right? You can see this is a song of depression. It's a song of just the tragedies of life, man. That's just unfortunate. At some point in someone's life, they actually say that you only ever 5 years away from a tragedy or from a real difficulty in your life, right? Life is tough, man. Life is, it's an uphill battle the entire time. And through those uphill battles is where you learn the most valuable lessons. And I think the main thing about this song is it's like, don't cast judgment, because you don't know what other people are dealing with. You don't know, what paths they're treading. And it's very easy to cast judgment onto other people, but everybody has got, their full plate of difficulties and their full plate of pain. And a lot of the times, people can get sort of misunderstood in their actions, because a lot of like bad actions or like bad decisions are driven by very difficult situations. So yeah, and look, it's a human nature thing. It's we're going to judge, we're going to cast judgment, but we're only going to do that when our lives are somewhat going okay and somewhat settled at this particular point. But then when you go through that, you get to the learning part and being like, you know what, I shouldn't have judged this person, because this is how it is, man. Everybody goes through something at some point in their lives. So yeah.
Now it's time to sing along. When your day is night, hold on. Hold on. If you feel like letting go, if you think you've had too much of this life, well, hang on.
Yes, I love the message.
'Cause everybody hurts. Take comfort in your friends. Everybody hurts. Don't throw your hand.
loving the strings in this, right? I'm actually appreciating it more now. Obviously, I've always only just heard this song and, in passing or in sort of like restaurants and things like that, and pubs maybe, right? But I'm really appreciating the instruments, just listening to it like by myself and more intimately. It's gorgeous. And the message I like about this song is that, everyone goes through this. It's not just you. And it's important to hold on. It's important to, because you're going to, weather the storm. The storm will eventually pass. This too shall pass is one of the greatest sayings, And I really like that they're pushing the hold on to life. I really like the fact that it's like, this is not only you that's going through this. This is, it might seem, and specifically in today's social media age, where everyone's putting their best foot forward on social media. Nobody's really pushing their pain on social media, right? Aside from ridiculous nonsense that sort of gets trendified on TikTok. But for the most part, people, only put their best foot forward. They don't show you what they're really going through in life. And when you've got that kind of thing, when all you're doing is just scrolling through things that you see other people have got better lives than you, right? It can get you depressed all of the time. Firstly, that's one reason to actually stay off those social media platforms. And it's also, you got to remember, once you pan out from those cameras, those lives aren't as great as you think they are. You know what I mean? But yeah, hold on, because there's a purpose to all of this, and you're a cog in the machine for a reason. I really like that depiction over there where he's standing on the car, so he almost feels like the whole weight of the world is just on him, and it's just him that everything's going wrong, right? But then the guy up at the top there that's, I don't know, throwing money or something over the bridge, he's going through his own things. He just doesn't see that, right? Because he's above him or below him or on the side of him, essentially. When your life's going wrong, it feels like literally the world sort of like disappears, and it's just you that's going through this. But if you just sort of look around you, there's pain and there's hurt and there's strife everywhere.
If you're on your own, it's like the days and nights are long. When you think you've had too much of this life to hang on.
I like that. Hang on to yourself.
Well, everybody hurts, but sometimes everybody cries. Everybody hurts.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Everybody hurts. Sometimes. So hold on. Hold on. Hold
This is why it's important to hold on to the things that are meaningful and to let go of these cheap happinesses, right? We're living in a world where they try to purport that, going out into the abyss and chasing these cheap happinesses and, chasing the decadences of life, and as long as you fulfill all of your temptations, that's what's going to make you happy. That's actually not what's going to make you happy. Those are the cheap happinesses. Those are the temporary happinesses, right? Happiness is actually a product of a responsible, dedicated life. That's where happiness comes from, right? Holding on to the things that mean something, not to the things that are cheap and disposable. The things that have the most value are the things you are going to work damn hard for, and the things that you are going to bleed for, the things that are unbelievably painful. Those are the things that give you that value, right? And it's crazy that in today's world where we try to say that happiness is attained by doing whatever you like. No, that's not how happiness is attained. And if you think that's the way, there is happiness is going to be attained by weathering the storms and coming out of those storms through your sheer dedication and grit to sticking by a standard that you follow by, to sticking by a moral standard, right? Something that keeps you in line, with a whether it be a spiritual belief or whether it be a belief of family or a belief of something. There needs to be something greater than you that you chase, because if it's only about you, if it's always just looking in terms of like, how can I make happy? If your sole focus is to be happy, you will never be happy. Happiness is a very underlying thing. It's a foundational thing, and it's a foundational thing that only has value when you build upon that in the correct way, right? That's how you attain happiness. And the crazy thing is, we're getting more depressed people, more suicidal people that are more confused purely because of a society that says, oh no, chase only the things that make you happy, only the things that are going to give you all of these little pleasures, right? That's what's going to make you happy. And that's, people do all of those things and find out that they're not happier on the other side, and I don't understand why. Right? Because there's a foundational element that's missing, and that foundational element is a standard of morals that you live by: dedication, responsibility, accountability, obligation to you and the people around you. When you're doing that, right, the giving is actually in the receiving, or the receiving is actually in the giving, essentially. Stop focusing on yourself, this narcissistic idea that it's all about me and everything needs to be about what makes me happy. It's all bullshit. It's all a fugazi, right? It's just to sort of like muddy the waters on your life, so that you feel temporarily at ease, essentially. So that's how I believe it to be. Anyway, let's carry on.
An hour and a half ago. We've had no official explanation. Police estimate some 300 or 400 people. They just got out and walked. God, we've gotten confirmation. We cannot find anyone. I've never seen anything like this.
Unreal. I like that video at the end there, where it's all different people, different creeds from all different walks of life, doing all different things in all different professions, right? Walking together for one common cause, essentially. Sort of making a statement of, we're all the same, man. We're all in this together. No one comes out alive and no one gets their money back, right? Your last suit will not have pockets, right? So, again, like I always say, best you play the most magnificent game you have. And I know that, when you're born, sometimes you're not given the hand that you want, and you've got to sit at the poker table with a pair of twos, and other people will be there with a pair of aces. But it is poker. There's a way around that. You're going to have to bluff and play the most magnificent game you can, because life is not fair, right? And for anybody who tells you that we're going to make it fair for everybody, it's impossible. You're not going to make it fair for everybody. It's better to actually get people to strengthen their hand and to make themselves stronger, right? For whatever life throws at them, as opposed to saying, no, sit back, we'll one day make it fair for you. Life's never been fair since time immemorial. It's never been fair, and it won't be fair moving forward. It's just the way life is. It's a bitch, it's a travesty. Build yourself stronger to deal with it. I love you all. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.